Hello everyone, Duckyworth here, and it is time, after a bit of a hiatus, to return to the wonderful world that is tender loving care. Yes, I've actually been looking forward for playing this game again, because last week I was just deciding to catch up on some of my old drawings that I had to that I wanted to continue. So I decided to take a bit of a break from my Let's Play and my live reaction recording. And you may notice a little bit of an increase in the recording quality of the video, hopefully. After I was trying to do a speed paint for one of my drawings, my fan art of Gems of a Giant Peach that I uploaded recently, but when I did it with the recording function that came with my laptop, it stuttered dreadfully when I saved it. It took 6 hours to compile it into a video. And then, when I tried playing it back, it was just flickering over and over, and it just looked horrible. Like, I couldn't do anything with it. It was... sorry about that. It was a bit of a letdown, because I really enjoyed colouring in that drawing. But, yeah, the video, it just turned out to be absolutely horrible. But what I'm using now is OBS. Some of my friends on Discord, such as Ted Crilly, Sketch Shepherd, and many people that I watch on YouTube, they mentioned that they use OBS for recording game footage and like speed paints on their laptops and their computers. So I've decided to download OBS myself, and already I've just had a bit of a muck around with the settings, and hopefully it looks better. I think it looks much better already. But I just decided to start using it for my Let's Play reactions. So I've got it on here now, and I'm going to commence using it for this episode of my Let's Play, and see how it goes from here. And hopefully it will turn out alright. Okay, so let's see. Last time we commenced, John Hurt turned out to be completely useless in trying to stop the nurse here, Kathryn, yeah, from obviously trying to lust over Michael and Allison. And we also entered Jody's room for the first time, and it turns out that Jody's room is somewhere in Silent Hill. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with her room, but that suddenly turned creepy. I mean, considering that the people who made this game made The Seventh Guest, a horror game, I mean, and given some of the psychosexual horror thriller elements of this game, it doesn't surprise me that some bits turn out like that. So, yeah, it looked pretty, it was actually pretty creepy. So, yeah, and we're back at John Hurt's practice, the Chrysalis Institute, and I think we're going to go in for a check-up or something. It's been a while since I've played this, so but I've been looking forward for jumping back into the wonderful world of tender loving care, so... So, let's get started with episode 6. And let's see how the things are going here. Okay, so we're back in Dr. John Hurt's office. And, okay, let's see if there's any changes in the file here. Allison Overton. Oh, we're getting into her now. Okay, so let's have a read about Allison. Age 28, marriage yes, physical disabilities none, medication, Seconal, Valium, previous mental illness, prior to automobile accident of 20th of February 1996, was treated for postpartum depression after the birth of her child, antidepressants were prescribed, patient was treated for 2 months as an outpatient, has been under the care of Dr. Canby of Providence Hospital since an automobile accident which killed her only child. Okay. Allison was first referred to the Chrysalis Institute by Dr. Canby at Providence Hospital. She is suffering from a severe case of post-traumatic stress disorder coupled with parental loss of child syndrome. Jody, her 5-year-old girl, was killed 2 months ago. Patient exhibits extreme disassociation trait. She is listless, despondent, and detached. She has created a fantasy world in which her child is still alive. Yes, we figured that. You didn't exactly make it very subtle that she was a little bit cuckoo, a little bit crazy. She's after treating her for a mere 7 weeks, Canby attempted to shock Allison out of a state of delusion by showing her photographs of the accident scene and of Jody in the morgue. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna shock her into giving any sort of any sense of a trauma or anything. Yeah. Oh dear. Allison violently attacked Canby and severely scratched his face. Yeah, that's not very bit of a recipe for disaster there. Rather than institutionalise Allison, I will supervise her in home care with 4 in-clinic visits per week. Michael, the husband, has informed me that Allison is extremely reticent to visit the Chrysalis Institute. He told me to be prepared. I'm confident that I will be able to handle the situation. Canby is a wretched fool. I must get his invitation to the upcoming Pacific Northwest Psychiatric Retreat revoked. Wasn't Pacific Northwest the name of that one girl from Gravity Falls? Spending 2 weeks in the San Juan Islands with that arrogant dolt is more than I can handle. Oh god. Doesn't really like Canby very much. Call Honegger and arrange this. Unable to participate beyond head nods during the admissions interview. Avoided eye contacts, and Mr. Overton essentially provided medical and psychiatric history. Met Mr. Overton while attending college, and the two married during last year of studies. Received a degree in commercial art. Developed a small-time business after they moved to Rogue Valley. Enjoyed a successful career until death of their daughter Jody in a car accident. Psychiatric history is benign with no known contributing factors to current psychiatric... Wait, what? State. Striking absence of emotional responsiveness while at office. According to Mr. Overton, she was not over-medicated. Restricted range of effects appears compatible with a numbing experience that occurs as a result of a significant trauma. Husband stated that she has avoided any active participation in her professional projects have been on hold for over 3 months. Oh dear. Husband states that his wife has diminished interest in anything happening around home except reading, often secreting herself in daughter's bedroom. Knowing this game, she could be doing anything. Secreting. Yeah, that's not very, ill. She locks herself in that room for hours at a time. Why wasn't she institutionalised again? These doctors are... I mean, it's bad if she has to be, but if she needs to be institutionalised for something, then she needs to be institutionalised. And refuses to respond to any attempts of communication from Mr. Overton except to say, please leave me alone. What, is that Mr. Overton saying, please leave me alone, or her saying, please leave me alone? Mr. Overton states that while they've been non-sexual, that she sleeps poorly while staying in bed most of the time, and that she refuses to see even her own mother, who's travelled to Oregon from California several times since the death of her granddaughter. Immediate treatment goals. Suggest a chiropractor for spinal alignment. Wait, that's something else. Contact Kathryn Randolph, there we go, at the Schneider Clinic and check on her availability to assist in this critical case. Or get an actual nurse that knows what she's doing to do something. Symptomatic patterns and diagnostics of traces of her daughter, 3 dissociative symptoms. Sense of numbing, detachment and absence of emotional responsiveness, behaviours as if in a daze, impairments in occupation, social and marital functioning. Okay, Michael Overton. Case notes to Michael Overton. Intake interview. This athletic-looking 28-year-old married man came in for the appointment very distraught following a brief telephone contact on 4th of the 13th, 1996. His 7-year-old daughter was killed 2 months ago in a single automobile accident. Patient was driving and road conditions were slippery. Daughter, who was not wearing a seatbelt, was killed on impact. Ugh. Patient is seeking some form of assistance or treatment for his wife, who he describes as frozen in grief during the accident. While patients spent majority of time talking about emotional state of his wife, I'm equally concerned about the agitation and anger that he manifested in my office. Yes, he definitely needs anger management classes, because with how much he's yelling at everyone. Unable to process effectively, avoided talking about his own feelings of grief. Has obviously received little support from wife, unable to go to work, lacks skills to go through the stages of grief, says the problem is that someone is to take care of his wife. It appears to me that by focusing his attention on his wife's distress, he is avoiding processing his own grief. Oh dear. Patient is angry and needs to place blame on something or someone else. Oh, so he's shifting the blame onto someone else. Oh dear. Currently refuses support from a network of community resources are available. Immediate treatment goals. Appears that patients stiff upper lip and need to place his wife's needs before his own can accelerate the tragedy to a critical incident. Made referral to Winter Spring Centre for Grief Counselling. Belief that both Mr. and Mrs. Overton talking out with both jointly. It's just pushing efforts to use with him. I could. Psychiatric nurse. DSM 4 adjustment disorder with mixed emotions and conduct. Note, contact Kathryn Randolph and let her know husband assigned release for her to... Wait, what? Signed release for her? Was she been in prison? Wait, what are you talking... Wait. Oh dear. Given what she's done, I think she might belong in prison. Yeah. Not very good there. So they're letting this crazy lady, who it sounds like that she's been in a mental institution. Oh, God. And here we go, disorders of sexual desire. Yes, look at that face. Okay. She sits on her hands, shifts her weight nervously from side to side, looks at the floor. I thought it would go away eventually, she says in a thin, tired voice. That it was just a phase, but eventually never came. It didn't go away. Her husband, sitting stiffly on the opposite end of the couch, doesn't look at her. He looks out the window. I tried to, start a little foreplay, but she just pushed me away. It seemed like I repulsed her. It's been almost a year now. Wait, isn't this the same one as the guy that ended up with 7 simultaneous relationships? God, I hope not. She takes a breath, starts again, haltingly. There's just one thing I want to know, she says. Have you talked to any people like us? I mean, is this a common situation? Common? Try epidemic. The topic under discussion is sexual desire and instincts that ought to flow as freely as an urge for a fine meal or an inclination to sleep. But for an estimated 1 in 5 Americans, some 38 million adults, it doesn't flow at all. I take it that this was before people started taking asexuals into account, because some people don't feel sexual attraction much towards many people. Just saying. And for 9 million more, it flows completely out of control. Well, something flows. Sexual desire disorders now constitute the leading problem in clients needing sex therapy, while anorgasmia in women and premature ejaculation in men once dominated the practice. Now, as a result of the pioneering research of Dr. William Masters and Virginia Johnson in the 1960s, people suffering from such conditions can readily find self-help solutions. Today, says Dr. Deborah Manning, director of the Human Sexuality Program at Wheeler College in Pittsburgh College. Sex therapists are seeing the more elusive problems. It's unclear whether the surge in the number of Americans seeking help reflects an actual rise in desire disorders or whether such problems have simply become more visible. Well, could be that. During the 1960s, popular expectations of sex changed in profound ways. As a result of a birth control pill, women could, for the first time in history, separate sex from fears of pregnancy. Simultaneously, new cultural messages glorified casual sex. Yes, given how often the people in this game like cheating on each other, I'd say that's a very apt thing to say there. Now, from seductive clothing ads to the estimated 176 monthly sex scenes aired on primetime television. Well, depends what they say is counts as sex scenes, because some things are like very soft core and some can be hardcore. Free sex is about God. You know, it's funny at some point, but when you continue reading the same thing over and over again, it begins to get a bit tiresome. Like, you're asking them to. I mean, many of the bits are funny, but sometimes it just goes on and on and on. And I'm like chapter 6, and I think I've got something like 9 more chapters left of this game. Sexual health has become a right to which most Americans feel entitled, and so they seek help. A woman who, after smiling her way through her wedding photos, breaks down in tears at the thought of entering the honeymoon suite. A lawyer with 4 girls. Cheating. Who daily juggles multiple frenzied appointments for sex with court appearances and client consultations. They come from all walks of life, no profession, age, class, ethnicity or gender accepted. That which unites them is fear. As children, many of them learned that caring too much for others is risky. Others learned as adults that happiness carries consequences. Instead of an intimate and loving act, sex became a tool to manipulate or distance those who might otherwise get too close. Controlling sex became a way to control fear. Oh, God. For years it was great. Despite 2 jobs and 3 kids, but set aside special nights every week just to be alone together. What do you mean despite 2 jobs and 3 kids? It's a healthy thing for couples to have a healthy sex life. The sex was tender, intimate and thrilling. Familiarity only made it better. But that was before the accident. Before the... Wait, oh God. Nearly drown. I mean, the one typo last time was enough, but come on. Drowned in the backyard swimming pool. The baby had survived, but he'd suffered extensive, irreparable brain damage. Since then, her husband's hands had felt like tentacles against her flesh. Well, I don't know, some people are into that kind of thing. If you look up tentacles online, just be careful if you look up tentacles online. I speak from experience. I didn't know what to do, says Kevin. Wait, how does the son drowning result in your husband's hands feeling like tentacles? I don't see the connection. Finally, we got a number from a family practitioner. It was 3 months before we can actually make the call. Most experts square with the idea it's a norm. Oh God. With respect to sexual appetite, and hyperactive or inhibited sexual desire is therefore defined in any loosest of terms. Clinically, as long as both partners in a sexual relationship remain happy, once a month can be considered as normal and appropriate as once a day. I assign an HSD diagnosis only if there's been a change in desire, says sexologist Manning, and it's causing the patient distress. Often, it's a graphic artist who offers us. I'll try to be naughty. She might as well. I think some of these characters have been on Mars with how they act. I felt terrible afterwards, guilty and dirty. Prodded by their prodded. Impotence or anorgasmia. Real problem victims didn't actually want sex to begin with. Disordered sexual desire. Sexual assault. Lack of motivation. God. Suddenly, she'd see herself at 8 years old, lying in bed at her home in Arizona, hearing footsteps on the Game! I know you can't mix together all these admittedly heavy subject matter and then throw in stupid stuff like typos and like all the crazy things going on in the story. Again, it doesn't mesh. The door would creak open and she'd feel the light on her face. Next, he'd be on top of her, sweating his alcohol breath. Little girls who touched themselves or allowed others to touch them were going, oh yeah, she'll blame a kid for a dad raping her, why don't you? Oh yeah, great message with a little girl and kids who have suffered oh God. Yeah, well, this game doesn't pull its punches when it comes to coming to stuff like this. Now, if only it could handle the rest of it competently. Years later, after marrying, Justine never experienced an orgasm with her husband, and when the memories came, she shut down altogether. Roots of desire disorders are often acquired in childhood. Children raised in homes where sex is viewed as evil or sinful, and where harmless activities such as playing doctor are viciously playing doctor? Wait, you mean like pretending to operate on your teddy bear or something? What? Viciously punished are likely to grow up with warped, or at the very least, fragile sexual identities. In girls, instinctive lust is often damaged beyond repair, if not extinguished completely. In boys, sex gets abnormally rechanneled. Well, what if it's a boy who gets raped by their mom? Or the... In other cases, the core problem lies less in historical than in present personal experience. Family tragedy, there we go. That's the thing with Allison, Michael, and Jody, for example, or a marriage from which lovers long since departed. Marital difficulties underlies many. I need to get on with the game. I've got to spend like 10 minutes here like, reading this. Childbirth, stress, depression, blah blah blah. I can't! Donna sobbed, curling herself into a fetal ball on the bed. Vince lay naked beside her. Their homework, as assigned by their therapist. Yes, record yourself having sex, and I'm going to turn it to a sex tape, or use it to treat you, yeah. Vince was to gently explore Donna's present. Now, give him a Yoni Lingam massage, that's what she needs. But as Donna had guided Vince's hand across her frigid body, she had felt nothing whatsoever. Rekindling sexual desire takes time to prognosis. Oh dear. Still haven't been able to have a sexual husband. Nor do you desire support to form therapist homework. I love how they're describing having sex as homework. Yeah, kid, yeah, patience, you're at night school, and now your homework is to screw each other. I don't know, it just sounds funny to me. Their program aims to mystify the sex act by having couples practice mutual, non-coital pleasuring. For clean these exercises... oh dear, first member sexual abuse. Clean is still unable to have intercourse with her husband. It's unlikely she'll require the ability anytime soon. Unbearable attack of anxiety, but latest challenges for... What, only 2 gins and tonics? Compulsive. Okay, Parliament. Oh, it's going to prostitutes. Within days, this discusses a number of anxiety, poor review, too much sex. Notion seems behaviorality of sexual compulsiveness, hypersexuality. It's like, this is good. This is like the one thing where society thinks about guys think about sex 24/7 when in reality they don't. And they think that if you don't think about sex all the time, there's something wrong with you, when it's actually a disorder called hypersexuality. Romanticised view of the rake. Rake? Masturbates occasionally, periodically, rents or purchases pornography. Self-loathing. Oh, come on. Oh, he's calling her Miss Nellie Norton. I want to hear Nellie Norton again. Oh, God. You know, I would be interested... If I wanted to read a Wikipedia article, I would have read a Wikipedia article, not sit down through this game learning about this. Oh dear. Oh, yeah, religious people saying that sex is bad. Oh dear. Oh God. Belt lashes. Avoided on children, but it's allowed on rare occasions. This is turning into misery. Carrie, because this is what Carrie's mom was like. Her mom was a religious bigot who was really, really, really overly abusive towards him and said that sex is bad. Thing to my heart. Oh God. He'd choke me and twist my arm behind my back. Oh God. Well, that's not the kind of thing that you say in public, is it? If I went into town and told them I was a sexual compulsive, yeah, that's not going to go very well. I'm not sure I'd hang you, but... Prozac, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, funny, let's put... 50 to 50% of a population. Oh, is that true? 50%? Jeez. Okay, let's go to a Dr. Turner's office. Is this where the video is? Oh, no. No video. I'm surprised at that. Oh, let's see what's on the TV. Is this going to be the same thing earlier?
Many persons
think
that psychiatry consists of only one thing, psychoanalysis.
Staring grimly at your patients.
Psychoanalysis is a prolonged and very specialized form of treatment.
It all started when I was born.
Qualified as a psychiatrist.
I mean, it just turns to Squidward when he's mutated in SpongeBob.
Treatment may go on for years.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Changing channel again. God, Michael!
So excited.
Ah!
I can't wait till Michael gets back. A dog. Can you imagine?
Wait, how was he recording this?
So happy.
How to swap channel?
He's much better since Kathryn's arrived.
Wait.
I'm sorry. I just never thought I'd feel this hopeful again.
How is he watching this?
I just can't.
Okay, somewhere else. Wait, what? What's up with his hair?
Of being a good doctor is to be sure the staff is on their...
Yeah, maybe you could do your blouse up. God, this guy needs a haircut.
Either we've just been invaded or there's an emergency.
Okay. Crash. Oh God. What was that? Okay. Something about psychiatrists, then a dog. Allison talking about getting a dog, and then some stranger, something that looks like a Three Stooges. Sorry, hiccups. Three Stooges routine there. Okay. Okay, that was weird.
When you've concluded this test, you will...
Oh, that's the test, okay. Tarot cards? Huh. Okay, well, that's something a little bit different there. Oh, okay. Let's take a look-see at the tarot cards here. What this test is going to be
like. When
you've
concluded this test, you will return to the story. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes, okay.
Why don't we dabble a bit in the realm of the psychic?
What?
Here's a little game to test your powers of extrasensory perception.
Okay. Extrasensory perception.
You will observe 4 cards face up on my table, and a 5th card that is face down.
Okay.
Look at the symbols on the face of the up cards. Square, triangle, circle, plus sign.
Okay.
The face down card is one of these 4.
Oh.
This is what I want you to do. concentrate. Use all your psychic abilities. Form a mental picture of the hidden card and tell me what symbol is on its face. Make your choice by clicking on one of the 4 up cards.
Oh, wait, I'm supposed to...
The image on the face down card will be changed after each turn.
Oh.
Very well. Let's
I wasn't even thinking of which one it was. I thought I had to click on something. Wait, how is this going to affect the story? I think so. Wait, if I put square, is Kathryn going to turn into a square? I mean, she's a square already, but... yeah, she's a square already. Cross, what does that mean? That she's going to be sent to a mental institution or something, like the hospital? Circle, aliens are going to come, because we're going to start causing crop circles. And triangles, Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls is going to come in and start attacking everyone. Let's see. Let's go with cross.
Relax.
Wait, how am I supposed to get that? What does this have to do with I don't know. Square?
Concentrate.
What do you want me to... John Hurt? What do you want me to do? How am I supposed to concentrate and know what these are supposed to be? And what does this have to do with how the story's gonna... I don't know. Circle?
Don't give yourself a headache.
I'm giving myself a headache trying to figure out how this is supposed to work, John Hurt. What do you want me to do?
Good.
Oh, okay, that was a complete guess. Okay, the cross. Oh, God. What's this have to do with... Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a sailor by the toe. If it squeals, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Think harder.
Stop telling me to... My mother told me to pick the very best one, and you are it.
Let your thoughts flow.
I can't let my thoughts flow, John Hurt, because I don't know how this works. Oh God, am I stuck here until I figure out how this goes?
Think harder.
Yeah.
Listen to my voice.
I am listening to your voice. Okay, what did that have to do with anything? I could just click run. How is that gonna... Wait, am I gonna end up getting a bad ending because I couldn't get all the answers properly?
She's beautiful.
Oh my God.
Jody love her. Does she?
I love Doggy.
Jody can name her. How cute.
I'm going to
Don't
call...
you love her?
what kind...
Let's show her to Jody.
You go ahead.
I'm gonna call her Cujo.
Thank you, Michael.
Well, considering how Jody was with all her drawings, she'd probably give a dog like a really scary name or something like a Head Eater or Bone Cruncher or Blood Bottler, a Flesh Lump Eater or What was that look? Okay, yeah. Wait, how'd you hurt yourself to... What'd you do? Oh, okay, so I guess my question saying no comment in regards to whether they should get a pet or not didn't really make a difference because they got the dog anyway. Okay, so they've got the kennel and they're putting it in a... That's a small enclosure for a dog. That there. Okay, so how's that going to go? What's Kathryn going to do? Is she going to get sexual fantasies about the dog? Knowing Kathryn and how she just wouldn't just screw anything, it wouldn't surprise me. Oh no.
Hey,
The ghost of Jody is possessing the dog. What's up with his chest? I think you need to put... where's it gone?
that?
I think you need to put some deodorant on, Michael.
You'll regret that.
You just walked up to him and just... You've only just got the...
Allie! You in here?
Yeah, it's just going in, Oh, what's with the music? It's going all mystical and mysterious and,
Allison!
and sound wavy.
Will you please be quiet? I'm trying to develop some concentration.
Allison in there with you?
Oh dear, what's that? You want to get some concentration? Oh no, she's not streaking again, is she? Oh, come on. What, she appears like naked at the door and you're not even going to comment on it? Yeah, guess at this point it's pretty much a common occurrence with Kathryn.
It's Michael. Not too bad. How about yourself? Well, we've taken on a full-time nurse. Seems to be working out well enough where I think I can finally come back to work.
Oh, it's Connor's office.
Thanks, Leon. I appreciate it.
Leon.
Well, she's a therapist, actually. Oh, I'd say she has things under control, to say the least. Okay. Great.
I wonder how this is going to go with his job.
Jody decided to name her new dog Punky. It's nothing like the first Punky.
What does Kathryn have to say?
What a name!
Oh, she thinks it's a
I'm sorry, Punky.
You know, I was looking.
You had to use the same name twice. You couldn't think of another name, and Allison's touched herself up, hasn't she?
It's wonderful.
Oh dear, oh no.
What did you do?
I think I know what's happening.
Meditated.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah, you meditated, yeah. You and Kathryn
I didn't know you
had nookie together. You were
Mr. Overton.
sex together, and then you've
curious about a lot of things.
touched her up, and you're turning her into the...
Try a session.
And you're turning her into a bit like the tall woman from a Mars Attacks. Is that where this is going next?
I don't get it. What's so funny?
What are you talking about, Michael?
What are you two laughing at?
No one's laughing.
one's laughing.
You just did.
But both of you were laughing a second ago, and I want to know why.
Michael, stop it.
I don't need this
What?
shit, Allison.
I don't need to shit. Well, good to hear it. Oh, I thought he said... Oh, he said I don't need me. I thought he said I don't need to...
You're getting too serious.
Okay, fine.
And you two are acting very suspicious.
Not exactly. I've got Kathryn to take care of me.
Wow, that was quick. This is creepy.
Things really are looking up, aren't they?
No, they're not.
Michael's going back to work.
What was the thing about the tarot cards? What did that have to do with anything? Is one of the questions going to be, what do you think of cards? Oh, I don't know, I don't play with cards.
Wonder what they're actually doing in there.
They're having sex. No doubt.
Don't you?
Yes, I can imagine. And without a dress like that, I don't know. Okay, here we go.
Why is Allison naked during her meditation session with Kathryn?
Duh, I'd say so, considering you could see her at the door. Yes.
It is better never to deceive anyone.
True. Yeah, and Allison and Kathryn have been extremely two-faced with Michael here. I mean, I know Allison's got problems, but I mean, she's you would have thought with a husband, it takes one session with a nurse doing all this stuff to turn her on him. Oh dear.
Fetish play is
Fun if it doesn't go too far. Gross. Exciting. Abnormal. Well, I mean, safe, sane and consensual when it comes to things like BDSM. And there are some fetishes that are pretty, I've been around on the internet and have seen some. Not to shame anyone that has those fetishes, but there are some that I personally find pretty ick. Yeah, so fun if it doesn't go too far.
Michael is worried that Allison and Kathryn are getting too close.
Well, it isn't the problem that we're getting too close, it's a problem that Kathryn's trying to lust over Wait a minute, it just hit me. They were mentioning like in that document earlier about like sexual disorders. There was one girl called Colette. Was it Colette or Colleen or something? The name of Kathryn's dead girlfriend. Her dead girlfriend. Was it that? Is that the same character? Oh my gosh! All the documents and strange notes in the game are linking together. Yes, I agree. Yeah.
I think I have a tube somewhere in my head.
Point relevance, please. First he was asking about saying I need a chiropractor, and now he's saying that I've got tumours. It's not a tumour. Really bad Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, false.
I tend to be a person who reads manuals first.
Well, yeah, you should. If you want to find out how to do something properly, so true, yeah. Oh, okay, back in the house. Okay, so Jody's room. What was that? I was in the kitchen. Okay, let's see what is this. Oh, buckle up for safety. Oh dear. Bit late to be reading that now, Michael. Sorry. Is that it? We went from shopping lists to ironic road safety things. Okay, let's see. Is that ever going to change? Hello, cow. Nice to see you again. Square cow. Never change. Oddly square cow. Okay, let's go to the study. Let's see what's in here. Oh, hello. Oh, nice change of shirt.
Can you believe this?
Yeah.
First the television,
Oh,
and the
God.
goddamn dog.
I'm a goddamn dog. A dog.
This is too much. My daughter's. She's dead.
Yeah, we figured that.
And my wife just can't. She can't accept it. I thought when Kathryn got here we'd get rid of these fantasies, but this is just ridiculous.
That's what I've been thinking about this game so far, mate.
They're just getting worse.
Yeah,
worse.
yeah, things are getting worse. Good. Oh, that's some good shit. Yeah. Damn it.
I need another beer.
You got it right there. Oh dear, he's turning into an alcoholic. Well, I mean, was he an alcoholic before? Yeah, he's just hitting the booze. Yeah, this is gonna go well. Oh God, I'll give a shame boy again. Blah 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 blah. 7 sexual partners. Blah blah blah. But there's a girl upstairs that had 250. Blah 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 blah. Oh. I can see the lies on Allison's face like a stain, like a black ink stain. I want to reach out and hold her face in my hands and... Oh, okay, now he's getting violent. Oh dear. Everyone in this game needs help, including the so-called doctor. That's sorry. I'm allergic to the game's stupid characters. I'm afraid that everything will come off and I'll be left holding a skull. Oh my God, this is Silent Hill. It's a post-traumatic stress disorder manifesting into everything that's going on in my house. And then all of a sudden, Pyramid Head's going to come out and we're going to go into like the dead world, and then we're going to hear sirens going off in the distance. But the television in Jody's room. Get a dog. My God. What lies? A puppy. Come on, she has got to be kidding. I confronted Kathryn, told her how I feel about what she's doing. About the dog, Jody's room, everything. I laid it on the line. Now I'm going to Turner's office and tell him what's going on here. I am not going to get a puppy. That's final. She was there. She was in Turner's office. Why was she dressed like that? Were they on a date? What were they talking about? Me, probably. I don't feel like I could trust either of them. But Ali feels so happy. God, I'm confused. I'm so confused. When Kathryn was sitting there, she gave me that sexy smile of hers. God, she's a tease. Dr. Turner has been trying to get me to go on this group therapy thing. With how I'm voicing him, yeah, he's going off the rails here. Clearly, everyone's going off rails. The other day, I finally went to one of the meetings. I sat in the car up until the last minute, trying to decide if I finally wanted to go inside. It was held at a grade school. Oh yeah, that's great. All the children are going to see the crazed man with a really sweaty shirt, raving and ranting about getting a TV for his dead daughter and going to Silent Hill. Yeah, that's going to go well. There's something so amazing about children's drawings. So free and unself-conscious. It's like every kid is born in autistic. Not all children, mate. Not all children. I used to stare at Jody's drawings with awe. I used to wonder what she was thinking about every time she did them. Wait. That should be a full stop there that reads on with a question mark. Why did you choose that particular colour? What did they mean to her? I was so proud that she was my child because part of her thoughts and dreams came from me. I could hear the therapy group talking in the classroom. A woman was telling us about her therapy, grammar. It was so overwhelming it made her choke. She said she didn't want to speak to anyone. She couldn't stand for people to look to her. She wanted to go to a desert island to be alone until she died. I stared at her drawings. Dog call a building. Scarecrow dream. I wanted to talk about him. I guess I don't trust her. Saw him at a concert of a civic music centre. Don't know who he was back then. I didn't know he was a shrink. He was standing at gulping. His eyes were heavy. His hand was shaking as he brought the glass to it. Oh, great. So he's drunk too. Young man walked up, turned and smiled and apologised for something that happened to him last week. Turner gave him his cold sneer and told him to fuck off. That little scene stuck with me. Go away. I'm trying to fantasise about Lord Frith. I tried to imagine what the relationship was all about. Why did Dr. Turner hate this man? What did this guy do to inspire such anger? Did this exchange make it into either of these men's journals, or was it just a meaningless encounter that I've long since forgotten? I hate going to the pound. All those poor dogs. I saw a beautiful black lab. Now that's the kind of dog I would have got, not one of these dumb little barking freaks. Oh God, Michael's got some problems here. That stupid little mutt after I rescued her from a certain death. Oh God. So this is the pound that kills the dogs, that puts down the dogs that don't get adopted. What an ungrateful little bitch. What was going on with Allison and Kathryn in their meditation? It looked like Kathryn was naked. The horror. Was Allison naked too? I think that any normal guy would feel pretty weird if he knew his wife was getting naked with some other woman. Yeah, anyone would. Oh God, it totally turned me on. Yeah, he wants a freeway with her. I would have given anything to see what they were doing. When I asked Allison about it, she seemed so coy. Why couldn't she tell me about what they were doing in Kathryn? She looked so smug, like the cat that's eating the canary. I imagine she's just in her spare time. At night, I want to hold her in her arms so badly, my stomach aches. I want to smell her skin and hold her breasts and push it. Who am I writing about? Oh, I don't know. You're fantasizing about everyone. I haven't touched anyone for so long. Sometimes my skin feels... Then you've got eczema. You've got eczema there. You need the hand cream I use. With my dry hands. I can't take this denial much longer. I fantasize about it all the time. What is wrong with me? Everything. Kathryn was naked. I know she was naked. Was Allison in there too? Was she? Allison had a friend from college who was bisexual. One summer, after we were married, this woman came and stayed to us for practical release. She was really attractive and funny, and she was practically nude. She was like a general day, just a towel, a tiny bikini. Oh, there we go. That explains a little bit about how she's so lax about getting naked about the house. Started doing the same thing. Once I walked in on them lying on her bed. They were totally naked and laughing like girls. They looked so beautiful together. I wanted to join them. Just thinking about the two of them like mad made me feel incredibly aroused. One night before we got drunk, Alison's friend playfully suggested we have a threesome. Alison... Well, wait a minute. Yeah, is it you or your guy, Mark, or whatever his name was, that had a threesome at one point? I'm getting these mixed up. There's been so many accounts about like sexual encounters, I'm beginning to get mixed up. Allison chickened out. She said she couldn't do it because she was a friend. Could you, a stranger? Why do I have us go? How does stuff Leon? A crow waked me up. It was fighting with a blue jet. Relevance. Okay. Oh, great! So now his dad's getting him a gun when he was 10. Yeah, great. I mean, I know in America things are different on gun laws, but still. I told Dad that I would bring back dinner. After a couple of hours, I hadn't seen anything. Huge black crow. Oh, here we go. Hush, crow kicked up. While listening, get out who screamed. It crowed louder. Suddenly a strange fury overcame me. I felt my spine tingle. I grabbed a rifle and fired a shot at the animal. The crow let out a screech and fell to the ground at my feet. I was astonished. I'd never even fired a gun before. Yeah, per good lucky shot. My first shot took that bastard down, and Dad would be so proud. Then I realised with horror. Oh God, that the crow was still alive. Still alive, but terribly wounded. Suffering, I'd shot him in the wing. He would never fly again. He was helpless. He hauled himself up and tried to flap his broken wing. He stared at me, his mouth open, and screamed. His black eyes were more piercing than anything I had ever seen. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't leave him to suffer, to be attacked and eaten by some other animal, so I shot him again. This blew off part of his leg. He shrieked louder. We've got pretty bad aim. Aim for the brain, you lessen the pain. Why don't you shoot him in the head? How dare it accuse me? How dare it make me feel guilty? I didn't mean to hurt it. Oh God. Wow, so he's got psychotic problems when he was a kid. I was filled with searing hateful violence and started beating him with the butt of a rifle. I beat him into a pulp in a wild, vicious tantrum. The 22 cracked and broke. I left him there, the gun and the crow, and I ran crying home. When I told Dad about what had happened, he didn't say a word. He just shook his head. Oh, God. Yeah, that was,
The next TAT...
Yeah, be quiet. Yeah, yeah, that was cheerful. Just a story about him shooting a crow twice and then bludgeoning it to death with a rifle. There are some pretty messed up things in this game, I'll give it that. When it's not being stupidly over the top with things like numbers of sexual partners, that was actually pretty frightening. Shadow Dream Broken's heart. I'll give it that. God, on a breathtaking sense. Casualties. Well, and some of these are linked to what's going on in the story. I'll give it that. First casualty was slightly not. Crowd confidence and. I'm just reading this quietly. Just rage at those that sought to comfort me. I think I hated most those who equated my losses of significant others with my loss. I experienced those fellow survivors, those that were wounded by people. Oh, he's trying to leave his. He's got comfort in the pain. It seems. Ugh. Oh God. Oh. Oh dear. For this source, psychotherapist, outclear, path for healing, voice in please. Longer, just okay again. Oh. Well, hopefully it doesn't result in any 7 sexual partners. As long as oh. Well, okay, this one's much better handled than that radio host who was saying get a life if you have problems. Huh. Okay, I think this one was better handled than the radio host. So yeah, that one was all right. Sorry for not reading some of his longer ones. I just want to. There's only so many times I can read out books that before it gets old. It drags on for too long, and I don't want these recordings to be too long. Oh. Oh god, the music's suddenly turned creepy. 90s creepy music. Okay, what's the poem today? Dreams. What wondrous dreams hold me captive, not disappearing like bubbles, bursting into nothingness. Dreams that each moment of every hour remain with their hints of heaven coursing through my mind. Dreams like glorious rays penetrate my being with an everlasting imprint, forgetting all, remembering only one. Okay. Oh, is this the continuation of the Yoni Lingam Massage? Sacred techniques of Tantra. Oh, yes. Okay. We've moved on from the Yoni massage, and now we're moving on to the Lingam massage. Ah, yes, okay. This is gonna be good. Yeah, yes. Oh, and now we have some appropriate music to go with these. Oh, yes, okay. Here we go, everyone. Time for the Lingam massage. The continuing saga of a Yoni Lingam massage, truly the most important part of tender loving care. Ask the receiver to... I've actually been pretty intrigued by these for reasons. Ask the receiver to lie on his back. Place pillows under his head so as to allow him to look down at his genitals and up at you. Place another pillow, covered by a towel, beneath his hips. Ask him to spread his legs apart and place more pillows beneath his knees. Sit cross-legged between his parted legs. Initiate deep, relaxed breathing. Well, this one was the magic wand or the wand of power or something, wasn't it? That was the term for penis. Deep breathing should continue throughout the massage. As sexual arousal increases, the receiver may feel inclined towards quicker, shallow breathing. At such times, gently remind him to breathe deeply and slowly. Begin by massaging the receiver's legs, abdomen, thighs, chest, and arms. Move slowly and continue until his body becomes relaxed. After the receiver has relaxed, pour a small quantity of massage oil or lubricant on the shaft, of the lingam and testicles. Oh yeah. Very gently begin massaging the testicles. Take care not to inflict pain. Gently massage the scrotum and then the pubic bone. Massage the perineum, whatever that is, and breathe. Begin massaging the shaft of the lingam. vary the speed and pressure of your movements. Gently squeeze the base of the lingam with your right hand, then pull on, off, and off the shaft. Just call it jerking off, that's what this is. Alternate with your left hand. Repeat it. Wait, is it different if you do it with your right hand and your left hand? I haven't noticed any difference. Repeat this motion, alternating between your right and left hands several times. Next, reverse the motion by squeezing the head of the lingam and then sliding down and up the shaft. Again, alternate with the left hands. Massage the head of the lingam using a motion similar to that of juicing an orange. Ow! Wait, so what, you putting the lingam onto a juicer? What are you No, I don't want to think about the act of doing that as similar to juicing an orange on a... Ow, it went from sexy to painful. Ouch. The lingam may alternate between erection and flaccidity during the massage. In Tantra, these oscillations are between hardness and softness, two ends of the pleasure spectrum, are considered highly desirable. Find the pea-sized indentation located midway between the testicles and the anus. In Tantra, this area is known as the male sacred spot. Is it really? In Taoism, it is the $1 million point. Oh, really? $1 million. What is it? The rare soda drink hat? Gently apply pressure to this area. Oh yeah, you're squeezing that area there. Yeah, it's going to be painful. For most men, massaging this area also. It's the anus. Middle finger of your left hand approximately 1 inch into the anus. Pooper. With your palm turned to, this bit was pretty, yucky. Last time for the female version, so if during the Lingam massage it appears the receiver is going to ejaculate, stop massaging and allow the lingam to soften a little before resuming contact. Repeat this process of allowing the receiver to approach ejaculation and then backing off at least 6 times. Encourage him to relax his body and to continue breathing deeply. After receiver has approached and receded from ejaculation from at least 6 times, allow him to do so. The sensations will be extremely intense and pleasurable. Alternatively, you may wish to admit orgasm, preferring instead to channel orgastic energy inward. This choice rests exclusively with the receiver. In either case, remind him to continue breathing deeply as you squeeze his orange and juice it into a juicer. That's just... What is the imagery in this game? It's like, wand of pleasure, sacred space, $1 million point, and now orange juice. If the receiver feels the massage to be complete, gently remove your hands from his lingam. If he likes, cuddle or hold him as you learn to master a lingam massage. Your sex life will become greatly enriched and you will learn a tremendous amount about how to make orange juice. Probably. Okay, that was odd. Let's see what's on the tape recorder this time about her doing Yoni Lingam massages. Okay, let's take a listen.
I went to see Turner today. He didn't know I was coming. I wore a sexy dress as an extra surprise.
Why?
Unbelievably, Michael barged into the room all in a huff over my treatment.
Yeah, no doubt.
Turner backed up what I'm doing, which made me feel really
Oh, she
good.
knows she's doing it
But
wrong.
when he gave me a ride back to the Evertons, he wouldn't stop talking about his marriage.
Well, that's what you're there
I
to
wish he wouldn't
solve.
do that.
What? Okay, was that it? Yeah. Okay, that was her just consisting of her being a brat to him. Yeah. You can't play dumb about this. You know what you're doing is wrong, you sociopath. Jody's coming back to life as if part of her lingers on here, not just through Allison, but through what remains of Jody herself. Oh dear. Yeah, so you're pretending like Jody's still alive. You're not helping her. Old homework assignments and report cards reveals him getting to know her, who she was. I've come to see what a beautiful spiritual child she was, and knowing this makes it easy for me to understand Allison's anguish and for you to manipulate her. Turner heard through the grapevine that Brian has taken a position in Chicago. I haven't thought much about Brian since the divorce was finalised. He said he was devastated. For me, the divorce had a sort of drifting, unreal quality. Emotionally, I was never quite present, kind of like our marriage. I did like Brian, though, enjoyed his company, delighted in his sex. I'd never met a man so eager to please a woman, and so grateful having had the privilege, but I could have never loved you completely. I'm expecting him to call someone offered to pay me back for running for med school. Of course, I won't accept a penny. It was my choice, a stupid one granted. If I'd had a better idea of what it is all about, it could have been more one. Accepting a position. Jack? Oh, he was a doctor at the first hospital I worked in, was a good lover, and you've been around with a lot of people. You've had multiple sex lives. One afternoon we were having coffee in an espresso bar and kept eyeing two teenage girls next to the table. They were dressed in private school uniforms. You're eyeing up teenagers. Great. Yeah, so she's, not only is she sleeping around with everyone and trying to force a married couple apart and trying to manipulate her, but she's also a paedophile. What's not to love? And her boyfriend was a paedophile as well. I forgot. It's amazing what a woman could do to a man with a simple choice of wardrobe. Your boyfriend's got lust for underage girls. Yeah, great. This is getting really unnerving. What? Piss boy. I bet she was what, is this a boy for freaking urination? I'd met the it was held in high regard in the community as professional. On weekends, this married man had a secret life. One night, he was apprehended by camp security and charged with indecent exposure and trespassing. Fortunately, they kept the whole thing undercover. The hospital, however, put him on probation. He was required to voluntarily become an outpatient at the clinic where he came under Dr. Turner's guidance. The chief surgeon described his fetish as the only thing in the world that would he's got a urine fetish. Yuck. For warm rain. At one particular dorm, the drunken students were notorious for relieving themselves off the balcony. He would stand under this balcony, crouching in the shadows, and stay there and... let's just leave it at that. Guy getting off to people peeing all over him. Water sports fetish. Okay, let's see if there's any drugs that can help me get over that. Any changes? No, I think it's the same. Yeah, it's the same drugs. Wait a minute, are they the same drugs? Yes, we're the same drugs. What's the point of that? Okay, let's read a book. Let's see what's going on in the book. I've already got to save me from all the strange things going on. I can get something sexy here, hopefully. Oh. Okay, what's this? What's this about? And the last level of voyeurs. Oh no, we're not at the end now. No, wasn't this the arc of the erotic book? Those of us who turn these pages, we who seek glimpses into private places, whose imaginations finger each line, exploring each soft curve, stopping to rest on something vaguely or shockingly sensual, is in the simplicity of a sleeping boy, or a woman having sex with a swan, or whatever that bird is, or the inner folds of in the folds of a flower, in a slender nectar bottle waiting to be filled, the strategic placement of a hand or lips, in the presence of an arched snake, or a swan between her legs, all downy feathers and stiff beak, in the beauty of a circle penetrated, a sword erect, a body unaware it is being watched. We feel a primitive push and pull between pleasure and pain, a familiar stirring, touched by something we cannot touch, and wonder who is being watched after all. Deep stuff. Or maybe we're just like looking at porn. That's or lewd images. That's could just be simple as that. You know. Okay, what's going on here? Is Nellie Norton, or a woman who has a sexual fetish for Richard Nixon, or her or the guy wanting to get together with his bedridden overweight mother.
Dr. Benny.
Oh, yeah.
My kitty cat.
Your cat?
Your what?
Oh no, is she gonna have a fetish for a cat? No. Go watch Cats 2019.
So
That'll help.
18,
or not.
She was so thin. She died in my arms.
When did it die?
It was 3 months ago.
And you're still upset? Are you sure this is the real problem?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm not sure the death of your kitty is the real problem.
Oh,
here.
yeah, what are you talking about?
Why don't you take a guess?
I can't.
Try
Help
for
her! Radio host who seems...
Am I afraid of death?
I don't know. Is that it?
Am I afraid of losing people close to me? That might be it. I'm afraid of loss. I'm too attached.
Oh, you got over that
aren't I?
quickly.
I don't want to give up anything.
Wait, you've had this for 3 months and...
The kitty cat was probably
And
just
you
a
only
symbol
just
of that attachment.
got over it just with a simple conversation like
She was
that?
really kind of an irritating
What?
little kitty anyway.
What?
Always meowing and scratching the furniture.
Wow, that's a
and peeing on the
180.
rug. Our house still smells bad, but
Uh,
I didn't want to let her go.
I mean,
She was
oh,
so
that was
pretty and died so
was she
slowly.
bipolar?
Why does everything I love have to die? Why? Why? Why does God have to be like that? I want to be a good person. I try to be a Christian, but I think you're onto something here. Kitty isn't really the problem. Maybe I'm the problem.
Sounds like you got a
Sandy,
problem.
Maybe you're right. Let's take a commercial break.
Yeah. We loves our cat. We loves Kitty so much. No, we hate Kitty. We hate him. Oh, God. I'm not very good at doing a Gollum voice. Wow, bipolar crazy lady saying that for 3 months she's been obsessed over her cat dying. One conversation with someone 3 months after it happens suddenly gets rid of a pain like that, and then she starts going on a spiel about how she hates everything and she thinks she's got serious problems. Yeah. Oh God. Wow, this is quick. This one here. Very short image. I made pancakes and Michael decided that Jody should have a new dog. Oh, she stopped writing. Jody's first dog ate slug poison and died a horrible death, and Jody decided to name her... Wait, she was named after you got the dog? Decided to name her Ponky. Kathryn is my best friend in the world. Jody loves her... yes, okay, I get it, John Hurt. This is getting creepy. This is getting... And it's that being quiet all the time doesn't help. Oh, yes, let's return to Silent Hill. Oh, great, now we can watch the TV. What's on here? The house is shaking. Doctors. A scalpel. Yeah, this is Silent. This is Silent Hill.
Better clear up.
This is a like. What is that? Tender loving care. What are you doing? Ah!
Get Dr. Preston.
Ah! Was that the patient waking up during his surgery? This game is going into very dark places. It started off cheesy and, I mean, it is still throwing in, like, really cheesy, like, sex things. But, what? The story of Sparky? What, you mean the Frankenweenie dog? But now it's actually going into pretty creepy stuff. There's Ernie with his little ducky. And I imagine this is going to be the basis of a quiz at one point, but not yet. Okay, I want to get out of it. This is getting creepy. Let's do the next quiz.
When you've concluded this time, what is...
Daddy, Mommy, going poo, digging for a bone, chasing a cat, running from Daddy, going poo. What a way to again, a complete 180 from the mood we've had here. From, like, all the legitimately creepy things going on with the surgery thing, and game, tender loving care, what are you doing? Is this something to try to relieve the tension? Digging for a bone. Let's say, well, what kind of bone? Okay.
Why is Sparky licking himself?
What? Oh, we go from creepy to hilarious. Because he can, because it itches, because he's nasty, because Daddy put peanut butter on his... Yeah, let's go with that one.
Mummy and Daddy are praising Yippee because...
Okay. He's a good boy. He got a good grade. He doesn't get in trouble like Sparky. He smells nice. Creepy. He got a good grade. Let's go with her.
The angel dog is saying...
Those teeth looking pretty creepy. You stink. You better behave if you want to go to heaven. You stink. Stop licking yourself. You stink. The angel dog came from heaven just to say, oh God, take a bath.
Sparky is dreaming about...
A cool dog. A blind dog. A famous dog. A blind dog. No!
I dream about sex all the time.
Why is that picture of a dog that looked like his mom? Sparky, going creepy again. I dream about sex all the time. True, false, no. Sometimes, false.
Sparky makes a sound like...
Yum, slurp, goo goo. How old is this dog? This is getting very Oedipus complex. Yums. Goo goo.
Why is Sparky mad at Mummy?
Because she, I don't know whether to be disturbed or freaks out or laughing at what the game is doing. What are these questions devolving into? They are becoming a bit... Because she would not give him any more milk, because he's jealous of Daddy, he's not mad, he's just playing. Wait, is the dad doing it too? Yeah, I think you need to grow. I'm gonna get in trouble for this.
My best friends as a child.
Oh, and he's telling you, don't go have sex with your parents like I did, or I'm sorry, I'm sorry. This is sounding like every one of the characters in the dog family is incestuous. Siblings, toys, pets, parents, neighbours, classmates. Siblings, toys, but siblings. My sister was my best friend. Siblings.
I don't mind seeing animals suffer.
False. Very, very false. But what's he doing? Is he controlling a knife with his mind? Stabbing his dad? What is that? Oh, okay. Those were some very unnerving questions that went into some very dark places. We're suddenly going to incest, Oedipus complex, dog,
Hi, honey.
sex,
Right?
underage, overage.
Oh, it's only the third time I called. Okay, maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, I just want to make sure you're all right. Okay, bye. Hi, Kathryn. Is Allison really doing all right?
Yeah, she's joining in with our meditation and showing me a. Wait, is that the guy who played Mr. Stouff in the Seventh Guest game?
Okay. I was thinking maybe I'll pick something up for dinner. Chinese food or...
Well,
okay.
No, I'm not going to go to your house where you make puzzles, Stouff. Go away.
It's Michael Overton.
Welcome back, stranger.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, that's his work, mate.
Can I buy you lunch?
Oh, no, is he going to go cheating on her?
How's
Anyway,
Allison?
how's your sex life?
Well, I guess she's doing better now that the nurses arrived.
Tell the truth! What are you doing?
I think that taking care of people for a living would be a wonderful job.
Yeah, especially when you get to manipulate the patients and their loved ones.
Professional caregiver looking after poor
I
Yeah.
have to go.
Is he going to end up hitting on the co-worker? Okay, now back home. Hey honey, how was your totally not getting naked and sleeping with a nurse meditation? That I'm just going to have very coy act very coy about and
Beef Wellington.
oh nice.
Kathryn made it. She's a gourmet cook.
Of course. So where's
Why,
Kathryn
just the
now?
other day she put rat poison in my food.
It's really good.
She says it gives
I
it body.
already did it. Now go and hurry because dinner's gonna be ready in a minute. Oh, and look what Kathryn did to Jody's room.
I painted it with the blood of my past patients. And Jody's murder victims. Yeah. Yeah, it's blood. The paint is blood. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's going on in there. Yeah.
Kathryn? Kathryn?
I can't hear you. I'm having Yoni Lingam massage. Yep, she is. Okay, you just stand there naked and then you just... Yup, nothing strange about that. Just my nurse meditating naked in the spare room. Oh, okay, now we go swimming. Wait, I had a pool?
Two laughing ladies care to join me in a nightcap?
Alcohol before bed's not a good idea.
What?
She's right, Michael. You have to go to work in the morning.
She's right. She's right, Michael. I've only known her for a few days, and she's on weeks. How long's it been? Only for a few weeks. Oh God. Yeah, that's a strong brew. I've only known her for a few weeks, and I already trust her much more than you, my husband, who have known for ages and ages. But then again, considering the fact what we know about him now, everyone in this family is very, very unstable. And Allison is acting very dismissive of her husband. I mean, maybe I know a big part of it is because Kathryn's like manipulating her, likely. But oh yeah, now he's going to go and get trashed in the alone by himself. Wait, you're going to drink that whole bottle?
Damn dog.
You better hurry, Michael. You're gonna be late for work.
No, I may. I'm gonna, instead of trying to wake you up, like a responsible partner should,
And on your way.
like when it was time for you to get up, I'm just gonna go and do my hair in the mirror like this.
Should have listened to us. Too much alcohol.
And now I'm gonna act like a stuck-up, self-righteous jerk about it. Yep, seriously, what? Allison, I used to think that you were okay, but... yeah, that'll help. It's just like the neighbours next door to us. They've got a dog that barks all the time, and they just yell, "Shut up" at the dog. It doesn't help. Dogs don't understand yelling "shut up" at them.
What were you doing?
I was visiting Pyramid Head and all the wonderful friends at Silent Hill. And now I'm going to turn Jody into... I'm going to put Jody through so much pain that I'm going to help Dahlia, my good friend Dahlia Gillespie.
And next week, it's her birthday. Kathryn suggested that we have a party. Can you believe it? She's going to be 6 years old.
Oh God, that's
smart.
smart.
On the donkey and invitations.
Tell your wife the kid is dead.
I guess not.
Don't forget the game. We figured out a way for Jody to play, but that's going to be a surprise.
You know, considering the things that Kathryn has been doing, and Michael clearly, I mean, he knows things has been going on. Why don't you call the police? Or a better doctor, or whatever. Oh God, it's still going? This is a long one. Wait, why is there a Vincent van Gogh painting behind him? Who's he calling now?
Mrs. Greenstreet.
Green Street, yeah. The most likely the only sane person in this game.
He's in Portland.
Oh, great.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, yes.
I'm sorry, she's gone. I'm sorry, she's gone. He's gone to settle this one matter with a general wound wart in the Ephrathah. He'll be back after he's settled things with Lord Frith and his brother Fiver.
Feels better. Massive coronary.
Oh, a what?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand.
What was that? John Hurt's character's got a massive coronary.
Damn it!
Oh.
Is everything okay, Michael?
Yes.
Yeah, everything's just goddamn.
This entire situation is perfect. Can't you tell by how I'm scowling at you?
I don't need your help.
You do need help. You're just pushing everyone away like idiots.
Don't you have something
to
do?
Yeah, take it out on the... Oh, Stouff is displeased. Yeah, everyone knows that you're just taking out your frustrations on everyone. So why don't you see HR? Or go to see an actual psychiatrist and like the quacks at Queen Chrysalis's institute. Run by the Horn King. Wait, who are we calling now? Bedlamo.
Hi, honey.
Oh yeah, this is going to go well.
Yes, I got everything you asked for.
A straight jacket.
I'm sure it'll be a great
A
one.
straight jacket for everyone.
Kathryn?
I've also ordered a reality check
This
for
party
everyone.
thing is going too far.
Yeah, it is.
Well, when can you talk about it? Yes, but I want to speak to you when Allison's not around.
I could just imagine all the other workers just crowding around his office and just like eating popcorn and just watching the crazy man just yell down the phone at everyone. It would be pretty. It would be pretty. It would be something to watch, considering how often he seems to be losing it on the phone. I mean, if you're gonna do that, go into the toilet or outside. Oh dear.
I'm glad that Kathryn and Michael are finally going to talk. Maybe Michael will be able to get a better grasp on the process.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I'm a little curious myself as to just what Kathryn has in mind. The party thing seems a little risky to me. Of course, they'll have to cancel.
Yeah. The party, they're going to summon all the other dead kids in the neighbourhood, and they're all going to play Grim Grim Ghosts Come to Socialise.
I really don't know what to think. How about you?
I think this game is getting very, very creepy. Ah!
How did you feel while watching Kathryn meditate?
Aroused, amused, guilty, indifferent, offended. Well, indifferent, to be honest, with a character. Like, what's she doing? You're supposed to be a nurse, not streaking. Well, offended because she's not doing her job. She's just manipulating her, and then she's just like sitting around him in nude all day instead of doing anything proper. Ah!
Men who perform oral sex on a woman.
Okay. Oh no, is this what's going to happen in a future part? I'm going to have to edit this. Weak-minded, giving, sexy, stupid, smart. Giving? A bit of an odd way to give it. Ah!
I have made love out of doors.
Yes, I made love outside in the garden just last week. Never?
Michael is clearly hiding something.
Is he hiding something? Well, I mean, he's getting sloshed. So, out of eye's reach of his wife. So, I mean, she's not being good, but he's not being much better. I agree. Yeah.
In general, what do Michael's co-workers feel toward him?
Entertainment. They watch around him and they eat popcorn while he just yells down the phone every single day, despite not being fired. Just like, he's going to call his dentist next, and then he's gonna yell about how he didn't get his root canal properly. Respect. Yeah, we respect how he's losing it and not having any etiquette at the office. Disdain, fear, concern, friendship. Disdain, fear, concern, friendship. Concern, I'd say. I feel concern. Well, I mean, I would feel disdain against him, but he's clearly not. Everyone needs help, and part point's disappointed in them because they're idiots and they're not doing things properly. But with how everyone's looking at him like this, I'd be concerned if a co-worker was doing something like this. So yeah.
Traveling without a map is
an adventure, a disaster waiting to happen, impossible, foolish, the only way to go. Well, depends. Disaster waiting to happen. Disaster waiting to happen. Oh, great! Now back in the creepy, Allison's, Kathryn's creepy room for next time. And the next one is going to be in the living room. So, oh wow, an hour 33. So I think that's enough time here. So let's stop this for now. Ah! What a thumbnail! Kathryn's streaking axe. First time I'm going to have to censor out the episode thumbnail here. Okay, so let's go on her profile, see how this goes. Is probably willing and eager to reciprocate a lover's attentions. Needs to get out of doors and do some exploration. Has come to believe that spontaneity equals danger. These ones are actually pretty accurate. Likes to share with others. Suggest that patient try acupuncture therapy to balance chi? Well, not quite as ridiculous as the spinal alignment one, but acupuncture? Okay. Well, I'm not quite sure how to feel about... I mean, there were some funny bits in this one, but this is actually getting creepy. I mean, there's still some funny moments, but it clashes so badly with the bits that they're actually... It actually is beginning to get pretty scary. Like the bits like how unhinged every single character is. And if the pacing wasn't that bad with like all reading everything, I don't know. I'm actually pretty unnerved about how things are going to go next time. I'm just imagining that it's going to turn to a freeway, and I'm not going to have to edit a lot of stuff out, I'm going to have to prepare myself for creepiness, because this is there are actually some pretty jarring elements in this one. I mean, Piss Boy aside, and the Lingam Massage is always nice, but okay, tender loving care, you're actually getting legitimately unnerving now. I'll give you that. Okay, so let's see how OBS has captured this one. Hopefully it's captured it all right. I'd like to think so, because it seems to have gone all right in the preview that I did last time for it. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode of Tender Loving Care, everyone. And talk to you all later. Duckyworth out. Bye, everybody.